Hi, good morning. So I come up again with a new topic to discuss with all of you, and our today's topic is on deep sleep. And before I go forward, I would like to say uh, we will go by the sense of experience, not by the by the way of belief, trust, and faith. These things are not required because everything comes to us in form of experience, and everything leaves us in form of experience only. So we will go by the sense of experience. So what happened within the deep sleep is that the mind disappeared from its state of presence, and this is in fact itself a state of matter of discussion, because how a thing can leave its own ground, leave its own presence, and yet be known. This is the starting point. Leave its ground, goes into absence, and yet be known. So this is what happened in deep sleep. So mind disappeared, and rather than experiencing the body and the world, the operation of the body and the world, the non-operations of the mind, body, and world is experienced therein. This is turning point for all of us. So mind is no longer found to be a faculty of experience. It could not hold on its so-called subjectivity. It's turned into a state of object. It's no longer, you can say, subject of experience. It has turned into a object of experience, because in waking condition, this was our first conditions to that mind should be present, our sense should be open, and the world of experience of the world comes to us, and it happens with us. But here the mind itself turned into a state of objects. It could not maintain its identity of a subject. So this is the first thing that we have to understand. We have to look into it repeatedly, because when the mind goes absent, the object to mind, that is the body and the world, also goes absent equally. So all the three goes absent. And this state, if you ask someone outside here, he will say, I don't know what was happening there, I was sleeping, I don't know what happened there. But Vedanta says, no, this is your own experience. You are leaving it unverified, uninvestigated. Don't leave it uninvestigated. Look into it. This is an experience. But the only thing is, this experience is not matching to our general conception of experience. Because in waking state, if mind is present, we will take the experience. If mind is not present, we will not accept that experience. The same thing is here. But you see, when we investigate, when we leave it uninvestigated, we don't accept this thing. Mind is not absent. This is also experience. Vedanta says this is an experience. You are denying it. You cannot disown it, and you plunge into faith, belief, trust, so many things. So here we will not leave the topic uninvestigated. We are going deeper into the heart of this matter. So what happens is that mind goes absent, body goes absent, and the world also goes absent. But the thing is, these things are really not going absent. Only the experience of these things going absent, because these things comes to us in form of experience. Now, if I ask you, does the world go absent when you are sleeping? You will never believe it. You will say, no, the world is there outside, because world comes to us in form of experience. That's why I say it is really not a point whether the mind, body, and the world disappeared. They don't disappear. Simply the experience of these things disappeared. A subtle point, but has to be looked into. So experience, only the experience. So the absence of experience of all these three things is itself an experience in Vedantic terminology. So this is the higher wisdom within all of us, which is left ignored. So it's really not like these things absent, but the experience of all these things are left. When experience is no more, then it's called absence of these things. But then who experienced all these things? Who experienced the absence of all these things? So where this experience taken place? So that's why Vedanta says that the whole world, including the mind, body, and the world, they are inert thing. That's what happened here now. They are failing to presenting themselves to the experiencer. but the reaching to the experiencer is the absence of this experience. This absence is itself an object which is left unverified. So another point is, there is no such thing as complete absence of all the experiences. There is no such thing. Does it happen within us? Why run after belief? Why not look into this experience? If we try to look outside the experience, we will definitely fall into into the faith or belief or trust. We have to look into this experience, and experience says there is no such thing as complete absence of all these, of all experiences. One experiences still remain. Nobody experiences it yet. It is called experience, just in a linguistic way, just in a communicative way, because the absence of all these experienced are experienced. That's why I know, because the experience is the fundamental, vision within me. I accept thing if it is experienced. So the absence of all these things are experienced. Why don't we believe it? Why don't we have a direct experience with it? So why too much stress is on this point of deep sleep? Because it is our own experience. We cannot disown it. It's our own experience, and we are having this experience while we are living this so-called life. If you believe into any uninvestigated thing, you will believe into death. If you clear this point, there is no death at all, because there is no such thing as complete blankness, complete a place where nobody comes out, where everything goes into. There is no such thing as any place as such. So we experience the absence of all these things while we are living our life, because mind, body, world, this is taken as my personality. This is my identity, and this identity while I am living found to be absent. And but we think this identity comes to an end only when I die. This is belief. This identity, mind, body, world, upon which I have strong identity, strong attachment, this while I am living this world found to be absent. It is absent there. It is absent where? Where is the ground where it is absent? That's called presence. If there is no presence, so that's why there is more and more stress on deep sleep, because presence is there, only the experience is not there. And what we thought that I am not there. So I am means this presence. What I call I am is an experience but found to be absent. The death of this identity has already been experienced, which we are ignoring and falling into the pit of belief. There's no more death here. There's no point as such. So this presence which is there even in the experience of the absence of these things is equally present there even while I'm talking with you. It's not within the mobile set, it's not within my talk, it is there within each of us. This experience or this presence is equally. This presence has no quality at all, just like space. Now space is just a relative example. Why I'm unable to differentiate between the space inside and space outside? Because there is no quality at all. So I cannot make them two and see them as two. Similarly, this experience, what I call the presence, it is called Chetana, consciousness, awareness, the God. It is equally present there, but it is present there in this sense that it has no quality at all. It's only presence within all experience. Even while I'm talking with you, it is present there. Otherwise, how experience will take place? It is required even for the absence of these things. It has been experienced. Why you look into belief? Look into this experience. The presence is required even in the absence. Even the experience of the absence of all these objects is required there. So that's what is called Chetana, consciousness, God, awareness. Apart from this, there is no such thing as God. It's truth. You cannot even worship it. You cannot even do anything with it. it is the fundamental truth, scientific truth, to see the fundamental reality of oneself as well as the world. It's one and same thing, that's called Chetana, consciousness. Because it has no quality, you cannot make them as two, even if you find it within yourself. You cannot make them two. It's one and the same, always. So that's why there is more and more stress on the deep sleep. And if you find it scientifically, you will find it, perfect, and you can have it, or one can have it free of cost. Now a single penny is required to have this realization. It's always there. Thank you.